Welcome back to GaIM Live! We are a live stream podcast produced by students and faculty in UCF's Game and Interactive Media program.
Each week, we spotlight the projects, people, and more happening throughout the program. I'm your host, Colby Brustein, and welcome back, Bryan. It's good to have you back. I missed you.
Yeah, co-host Bryan over here, back in the building.
Bryan is
Glad
back.
to be back.
Bro,
I missed you guys last week.
Yeah, I'm sure they missed you too. But our guest hosts and everyone that came last week was very good. I had a fun time. Except for, we do apologize for last week's streaming problems, but we're good. We're good now.
Absolutely, we're gonna be looking pristine tonight.
Bryan, since you're coming back, you've been gone for a week. I missed you dearly. I'll say it again. But what's new? What have you been working on?
It was a pretty big week for workshop for us last week. We had reviews for our project done by our professor. I'm taking workshop with Professor Shabib, so I don't know if the schedule is the same for other workshop professors, but I had a design review last week. So he goes through our project,
Scary.
and yeah, it was pretty spooky, especially because design is, pretty important.
That's your job, isn't it?
Hey, it is. I do happen to be the creative director for my project, but I started off in design, and so even though I'm not actively participating in the design of my project, I still love hearing the feedback, hearing the criticism, and just learning more, especially because he's such a knowledgeable professor.
Right.
So he can give you a lot of feedback and a lot of tips that you wouldn't really have thought of just because, that experience difference is just there.
Right.
So I thought it was really awesome, but obviously, it is very scary, just putting your work out there in the spotlight. You get to present it in front of the class, and you get to hear not only feedback from the professor, but also other groups in the class.
So you walked in with your heartbeat, going up.
Oh, yeah, racing, triple,
and then you
easy.
walked out, mellowed out, and, with a new perspective, new knowledge on it. And
absolutely. Ready to get a soda and just crash on the couch.
Crash on the couch. But you made it through, and your game's going to be 100 times better, isn't it?
Absolutely. It was a great review session. What about you? I know that production's getting pretty down under the way.
It's getting pretty serious, Bryan. Production's been good. I've been enjoying it. As a producer on my team, we've been creating a wizard game. The point of the game is a hallway with guards. So all of the production classes are working on that, and our game specifically, the computer turned off. You gotta go through the tower, get up the stairs, go through some obstacles. You're trying to steal its broom.
Ooh, okay.
Yo, we're a thief. We're trying to steal the broom, but it's been fun. We haven't ran into any problems, but today we got evaluated based on our prototype, and a lot of good feedback came from that. And
that's always what you like to hear.
We're excited. We're excited to start polishing and complete that project. So I'm excited to see how the finished build comes out. We got a lot of good feedback, so
good to hear. And just as a little bit of elaboration for how that project works, it's something that's for game production just as a standard assignment is hallway with guard, which is what he mentioned. And you basically have to make a game that has a mechanic somewhere in there that you have to go through, and someone can, AI, can look at you, and that triggers a lose condition. So hence the name Hallway with Guard.
Fighting against the AIs.
Yeah, so students are given a lot of creative liberty, but that is the theme that they have to stick to, and it's a pretty fun project.
It is pretty fun, and you did it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, so they didn't change the topic or thing.
Yeah,
no,
I think it's a pretty standard game production assignment. It builds a lot of good fundamentals.
It does. I agree with that. But with that done, let's give the viewers a small overview of what this stream has, because this week is a very exciting stream, and I'm pretty excited for what we have planned in the next coming minutes.
Absolutely, we have some pretty cool people here with us today. We are going to be talking with Erica Winfrey,
An alumni, right?
Yeah, she is an alumni from
Yeah.
UCF's own master's program, and that is freaking awesome.
She worked for the as a universal creative intern, right? And she's a technical artist.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get a whole new perspective, because us as designers, we're not. I don't know. I'm saying we, but I might just be the only bad artist here.
You know what? I'm nothing crazy, so like
Yeah,
I'm in the same
man.
boat. So yeah, she's gonna be one of our first guests, and then we have another team that's going to be from FIEA, the FIEA Sunpress Games team, right?
Whoa.
So they are. We got on their project lead, and we're also gonna have another team that had previously worked here at UCF's digital media program, which is Rockstars, team that made Rockstars, which is awesome.
And we're going to be playing that. That's a workshop game from 2025, right?
Yep, last year.
Okay. So that does seem fun.
Yeah, their game's pretty cool. I like the art for it a lot.
Have you played it?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm the only one going in blind to this one.
Absolutely.
All right. Before we get those people on the stream, though, we have a few upcoming events that we would like to talk about. And let's start off with the UCF Spring 2026 Internship and Career Expo. This is happening Tuesday, March 10th at 12:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Edition Arena on the main campus. And just as a reminder, we are streaming from the downtown campus. That's where the digital media program is heavily based out of, especially with game design and web design. Main campus, Edition Arena, 12:30 to 4:30 p.m. And you know who's going to be there?
I heard.
Our neighbors. Our neighbors from across the street. EA is going to be there. So that should be fun. It's good. It's a good opportunity to connect.
Absolutely.
It really is, and see, maybe show them your resume, see what you can learn.
Yeah,
so
a lot of information, a lot of big people going to be there. It's awesome.
Have you attended a career expo here?
I have. I went a couple years back.
Oh,
so.
man. You're one up.
I went over at main campus. So
old timers one up in me right now. I have to go to this one just to get on your level.
Hey, last time I still went, I don't even think I was in the game program. Pretty sure.
Oh, we're fine then. We're fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was still majoring in biology back then. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine then. Bryan, I think you've been doing research on the next upcoming event, though.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just to freshen up. Next week is pretty big event for most people who play games, around the nation, and that is GDC, also known as the Game Developers Conference. That's going to be happening from the 9th to the 13th over in San Francisco.
What?
Over in California. So it is, a ways away, but it is a huge thing, and you could definitely, watch some of the events from home. There's going to be all sorts of conferences, game announcements,
the Game Developer Choice Awards, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is exciting.
So, there's going to be a lot of indie games there as well, so not just stuff from AAA companies.
It's always good to have the indie games, show, the smaller studios, give them a spotlight.
They can make some crazy good stuff.
That's why I love what we do so much, Bryan. Because we really get to shine a spotlight on, the creators here and, the FIEA people from Workshop last year as we have today. So I really look forward to this stream and the upcoming ones, because we're going to be showing kind of the indie studios. And I'm curious how many studios might have came from this program just after they graduated. That's I wish I knew that. Maybe
Yeah,
next stream we'll have an update on that.
You bring up a great point. We do have
Yeah.
the full range here. We have some workshop graduates. We
Yes.
have some FIEA students.
FIEA and alumni.
And we have a master's program alumni.
Wow.
So, you know what?
We've got a stacked stream.
Yeah. So I'm going to be looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that right now.
Yeah.
Actually.
So
We're going to jump to a quick transition break just to get the people in the stream. We're going to have Erica Winfrey, the technical artist and the intern.
Yeah. And before we head out, I would like to give a special shout out to my sister Brianna at home because it's her birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Big 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she's here in Florida?
Yep. She's
Does
up in Jax though. So.
Does she plan to be a knight?
No clue. I hope so, but I ain't gonna force her. So we'll see where she goes.
All right. But coming up, we're gonna do a quick transition, and we will see you in a couple seconds.
See ya.
And we're back.
with our special guest, Erica over here.
Hello.
Welcome, Erica.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good to be
So,
here.
yeah, it's good to have you here. It's good to have another perspective.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, why don't you introduce yourself to the stream before we get into any of our questions?
Of course, of course. Hello. So my name is Erica Winfrey. I am currently a lead technical artist at a small studio called Theory Studios. I've been there for a little over 2.5 years, and I graduated from the UCF Digital Media Master's program, slightly different from FIEA, about 3 years ago. Not quite 3 years ago yet, so I've been there most of the time since I've graduated. Before that, when I was in my master's, I did do an internship at Universal Creative, doing some previs stuff, so that's kind of what I'm all about. I am a technical artist by trade, but that can mean a lot of things. I do a lot of stuff with materials, VFX, some basic blueprinting, and of course, game design stuff.
Awesome.
That is awesome because we're both designers.
Yeah, so I was
and to
gonna
have
say,
an artist.
and we are in the same program, so I mean, that's pretty big. Before we get into some of the details of your work, you want to tell us a bit about how the master's program went, and kind of what the differences and similarities are between the undergraduate program here. Some of the postgraduate experience. How is it?
Yeah, of course. So when I was finishing my undergrad, it was the COVID times, as everybody knows.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of been interesting.
That
So-
must have been difficult.
Yeah, it was great. Didn't we didn't have a
That's
big
one way to
graduation.
describe it.
It wasn't that bad. It was but I was finishing undergrad and things were kind of on the upswing actually for hiring because
Okay.
everybody was staying at home. But at the same time, I was like stressed about finding a job, and at the time I applied to do some post-grad stuff at UCF.
Oh,
I applied for FIEA and I applied for the Digital Media Masters. And Digital Media Masters at UCF is much more, I guess, independent focused
Yes.
and research focused. And they said, hey, if you could do some graduate teaching assistant stuff where you'd be teaching classes as you're going through your master's program,
whoa.
we could get you a stipend going. And so I would be making enough money to get myself through postgrad college, and I wanted to learn more and work on my own projects, so it kind of was perfect. And I actually really enjoyed teaching when I got to do it.
You
so,
did.
Yeah.
Do you consider sometimes like maybe later on, obviously now you're working for a studio, but ever
Yeah.
just going with that?
I do sometimes consider trying to go back into teaching because I really enjoy teaching, particularly
Nice.
college students.
Yeah.
My friend Christina is actually a professor here at UCF now, so hello, Christina. You're doing great.
She's
I see
waving
you over
from
there.
Yeah,
behind
she's on the other
glass.
side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so she's the one who told me you guys were doing this, and she's like, hey, you want to come on? I'll be like, that would be great. I love to come back to alma mater and see what everybody's up to. I'm so glad this space is getting used. It was not
Oh,
so
yeah.
much,
Yeah.
especially in the COVID times when nobody was on campus anyway.
That
Yeah.
that would make sense. Yeah. But,
Which is crazy because, again, this equipment here is wonderful and fully covered by tuition. So
Yeah.
use
Gotta
use
it
it,
up,
right?
gotta use
Yes,
it up.
yes.
But
Gotta
why
give
don't
a UCF plug. Use the makerspace, please.
Yes,
Yes.
it's so good.
It's
so
a great
good.
resource to have. But why don't we jump into some questions? Because I do have a question. You
course.
were an intern for the Universal Creative, right?
Yes, I
What
was.
was it like doing the previsionary work for them?
It was great. It was probably the best experience I
Fun?
could have asked for an internship. Yeah. So my mentor while I was there, his name's Greg Galliani. Big shout out to Greg. He was so great. He worked from home a lot, so a lot of times we'd be called in the morning, and we'd sit, and he's like, all right, here's your work for the day. And he really
Okay.
trusted me to do things, and he's like, here's like a shot list. So I would have like an area that had already been kind of blocked out digitally, and I could go in and do some flyovers, or we'd do
Wow.
specific camera tracks to kind of show off what the area could be. And a lot of those flyovers are actually available on Universal's YouTube channel, so if anybody wants to go check
Wow.
them out, they can. The stuff I did work for was the Darkmoor area for Epic Universe,
Fun.
so if you want specifically look at that. But the Universal internship program, I'm going to hype them up a lot because they have like a big emphasis on like growing people into like the roles of themed entertainment, which I came to love while I was there.
Yeah.
So I got to actually work on stuff that was going to be in parks. Or another thing I got to work on was some VFX for Minion Blast, which was a ride that was open up. It was
Oh,
very
that
kind of
was
last
fun.
minute.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So that's one of my little claims to fame, I guess, like that I can actually go and see something I worked on that's in the park. And they often had things to show you backstage stuff as an intern because they're like, look, this is how this
Behind
works.
the scenes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So they had like a whole appreciation week, and you could get like little trinkets and of course all the fun merch and whatnot.
That's good.
But they also had like a behind the scenes of Halloween Horror Nights where you
Oh,
could kind
wow.
of go see that. That was by a raffle thing, so I didn't actually get to go it. And during my time, I think it was more behind the scene Mardi Gras was the big thing they were offering.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because Universal has this big Mardi
It's
Gras.
big there, yeah.
It
with
is
the parades
huge.
and all that. So all sorts of good stuff. I highly recommend their internship program. But of course, it is very competitive, and it's not super into the game side. It is much more themed entertainment. So
it
there's
makes
like
you
other
more
interns.
well-rounded though, right?
Yeah.
It must feel so good to see, like, if you go in the park and like play the Minion Blast, right?
Yes.
It must feel so good to see your work on display, right?
So good. It was the best feeling
It's
because,
the
like, I'm
best
just
feeling.
graduating and I can go see this thing I got to work on. And that's not the case for a lot of people getting games, right? Even if you do land, like, the perfect spot, right?
Right.
You're working on something for years to come, and then sometimes you can't even talk about it until you're, like, 3 jobs over on your next thing.
Right.
So, big plus on that.
You know what? On the topic of your work, what sort of softwares did you use in order to do it? You know, your blenders, your Mayas.
That's a good question, Bryan.
Yes. So the biggest thing I do is completely Unreal. I am working in material shader graph, VFX Niagara.
Wow.
Do some blueprinting. So 90% of the time I am in Unreal doing Unreal-based stuff. I touch Blender every now and again, particularly because for anybody who spends a bunch of time in VFX, they know UVs is very important. So sometimes we'll have models and I'll do like something simple and I'm like, I need the UVs to work this specific way so I can get this effect to how I want, stuff like that. Yeah.
What would you say? Sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
What would you say the industry more relies on heavily, Unreal or Unity?
From my experience, it's been trending towards Unreal
Okay.
quite heavily. There's a few places where we've gotten to do client work that we knew used to be Unity places, but we're now Unreal. But that's also kind of confirmation bias because I've spent my time learning Unreal, and
Okay.
any company who's coming to us as a client knows that Unreal is typically.
It's
our bread
good
and
to
butter.
use both, but Unreal we're kind of headed in that direction. You
Yeah,
think?
I'm getting a feel for that. But a couple years ago, there was that big kind of controversy for like the indie space of how Unity was changing its pricing models.
Okay.
And I know a bunch of people changed over then. I don't think it was as big of a push to change things as maybe we thought it would be at the time, because I still know a few people who are using Unity bread and butter and like that's what they're doing for work. But I do know that was kind of a touch point where more people started trying other software at least. I
Yeah.
don't think Game Maker probably would have become as big as it is right now, because
Yeah.
it has become really big if it wasn't for that a while back.
It's good to diversify the portfolio, but I have one more question. What did you learn from your mentor doing your internship that you still use today? Is there anything?
Yeah, so Greg was great. I think the best thing I could take from probably wasn't even specifically a skill.
Yeah.
It was kind of like do everything you can in life as long as you have the energy and manpower to do it. Because like a lot of the backstage stuff is like you have to
Yeah.
go sign up to go do it, right? And he's like, I don't care if you're missing work. Like you won't get to try to experience this any other time. So go do those experiences because it's the people you'll meet through that. And it's like the little things you'll pick up on. Like I am like all about themed entertainment now. I want to do stuff for the parks. And obviously
Oh, so you want to
started-
keep doing the stuff for
Yes.
the parks?
I love it. I'm not. I love games as well, and of course, VR was kind of what got me.
I was just gonna actually
Yeah.
segue into that. So
Yeah.
you worked on VR projects, right?
Yeah, I did.
So what was your favorite to work on? And it was the MetaQuest you were
Yes.
working with.
MetaQuest used to be known as Oculus. Sometimes I still call
Yeah,
it.
me too. Me too. Don't worry about it.
We're on MetaQuest 3. So I have a soft spot in my heart for my master's thesis project, which
Okay.
is a VR digital twin of Blue Springs, which is a park here, a public park that is available for anybody to go to. You pay like $4 and you can get
Okay.
like, the whole car in and go swimming in the springs. It's 72 degrees year round and lots of cute manatees. And so I did a project where I hid educational cards around the park, and you could put on a VR
Oh.
headset and like fly around and go pick up the cards and like learn little things.
Like
about the
a little nature walk.
park. It's
That's
exactly like
awesome.
nature.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
I
is,
love
that is
that.
awesome. But
So-
you made it catered towards the MetaQuest, right?
Yes.
So how was optimization for that compared to a computer? Because it's a lot more low poly and
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So when you're working for VR headsets right now, maybe it'll change one day. It's basically like you're building for mobile.
Yes.
MetaQuests typically run off Android, so
Android,
you're
yes.
basically making for an Android system. It's hard to optimize.
It's hard. It's hard.
When I was doing my master's project, it's not something I considered very much, and it was a small project, so I didn't need to. Working at Theory now with my boss, David, and he's like, please, everything you can do to make this work because we're trying to stuff as much as we can. And I'm like, I will do my best. Specifically, we have a project called Tend with Friends. It's out on MetaQuest now. Please go play it if you'd like. It's out there. You can play it. It's free to play, and we have a DLC you can buy if you want to support Theory Studios or you just really enjoy it. It's a casual gardening game. So a lot
Tend with Friends.
Yes. Tend with Friends.
Okay.
So a lot of what we did for optimization with Tend Friends was we have all the flowers work off one type of shader.
Wow.
And the shader doesn't
that's
use
clever.
any textures. It's like lots of gradient maps, and we wanted genetics to be like a big role, so you can like breed flowers together and you can get
That's
different
so
colors.
cool.
Yeah, and you can get different flower types from breeding flowers together. So all the flowers, no matter what it is, functions off this one giant, I want to say like UV map, because like the UVs is how we determine like where the colors for each places are.
UV is important.
Yeah, so we didn't want to have like a bunch of textures packed in there, and then once you have a hard texture limit of, it's not really a hard texture limit, but I guess once you are going past like 16K worth of textures, you're hitting some GPU limits on Android.
I was curious about that, Bryan, actually, because you work with a studio, and what are some of the constraints that they give you for projects like this, like textures, poly count, maybe? What do those look like?
Yeah, so I work for a small studio, so it's very
Okay.
like whatever we can do to make it work.
Okay.
And then when we're going through it, we'll find out like, hey, this is probably what we need to do. So for
cool.
our Tend with Friends, there is not a texture over 10K, and most of them are 512. There's a big
Because of
chunk that differs.
optimization and everything.
Awesome.
That
It's
is
optimization.
awesome. That is awesome. What was your favorite part working on Tend with Friends?
I got to spend so much time on shaders that I don't normally. So my
Oh.
favorite part is there's a global shader for everything in the world. And
Wow.
we don't actually nothing is actually lit. So there is no light in the world.
And for those that don't
Really?
understand what that means, could you define that a little bit?
Yeah, so normally when you're working in Unreal, you put objects down and they have their own material, and then you put lights in the world to light it, right?
Yes.
But you can make everything an unlit material, which means I don't care about the lights in the world. This will always be a flat color, which I am telling you. And but you can do tricks where you basically say, hey, this is what my light source would be. So there's not any
Yes.
lights in the world, but I can say, hey, this is what I want you to fake lights as. And then we did a part where we have a fake light source coming from one area, and on the edges of where shadow fall-offs are like, it's very brush strokey. And that is like one of the textures that we've put in there that we can use for, and how UVs are important when we're doing these objects. So it has a very painterly feel that I think is very nice to look at personally. It's very simple because, building for basically mobile, but it distinguishes it a bit from the typical throw something in Unreal and put some lights that automatically kind of have this one kind of distinct look.
Yeah.
Once you work for it for a while, you're like, yeah, that looks like it was made in Unity, or it looks like it was made in Unreal, just because like how their lighting setup works by default has a distinct look, and most times it's not worth it to spend the time to try and change how light interacts with the world in the first place, right? And you can change like the specifics on how a light is, like attenuation radius is a big, how far the light will see, and fall off is like how much will it be before shadows, and then like you have shadow resolution, and you can change that all on individual lights. But like how something is lit on a material, how glossiness looks, doesn't typically get changed by people.
Right.
But I mean, Unity's also kind of changed that look over time, sort of recently.
Of
like,
course.
I would say Unity used to have a much more distinct, yes, that was made in Unity look, and now it's a bit harder.
Very modern, I
to
feel
tell.
like.
Yeah, a lot of the newer updates towards like Unity, like 5 and Unity 6, the newer versions of.
Get the mic
Yeah.
towards you. You've been a little quiet, Bryan.
I'm sorry.
No.
So a lot of the newer changes definitely made the art style a lot less distinct, or maybe distinct is the wrong word, but a lot less telling
Yeah.
that it was made in Unity.
Yeah. But there's also like people, because they see these types of games made with this engine, they tend towards making it look that way because they know it's something that can work. And there is so much benefit into that because you're like, oh yeah, we don't have to use the defaults, we can go into that. But now you're suddenly time syncing this into it. So maybe you wanted to spend this time on the mechanic. Now you have to spend time making sure you don't.
Yeah, everything has
break
an
how everything
opportunity
looks.
cost. Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying it's a bad side to it, but it is always something to consider. Like when you want that unique look and to stray away from it, you're automatically opportunity cost syncing. Like, this slight tangent because like something like Octopath Traveler, I believe, is actually made in Unreal, and that's not
Yes.
what you typically think. And people are like, look, you can make this in Unreal, but we typically don't do it. And they probably spent so much time.
Oh yeah, that the development cycle for that game was probably something wild as far as the artists are concerned.
Yeah, I wish I knew a bit more on the background of that, but gosh, just like looking at it, I'm like, that probably was so much headaches trying to do that. I could go into specifics, but like
gorgeous,
ortho
too.
cameras.
The mic just
and-
decides
Mike
to.
just doesn't like me.
It didn't like me either. Well, it was covering my face, and then I was like, oh wait, they can't see me. But yeah, they're all laughing at me. But a part of your job, and you got into the studio after you graduated, right?
Yes, I did.
So a very big part of your job, wow, is networking, right?
Yes.
So you went to ITSEC, IAPA, and GDC, but outside of that, what was important in the whole networking field that you can tell us as, students getting out of the undergrad program and trying to get into the field?
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing that you'll give us for advice?
So that's kind of hard because you actually genuinely don't know like what you will go to that will make the difference. How I got my job, if David, if you're watching this, hi.
Hi, David.
I'm not gonna throw you under the bus. It's a funny story, and I think he agrees it's a funny story.
Okay.
So I had, when I was doing my master's at UCF, I had a professor called Miss Harrington. She's very lovely, was great, and she was the one who was like watching over my Blue Springs project. And she's like, hey, there's this guy in Orlando that does cool things in Unreal. I think you should just like chat with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that related? Because there's the Unreal chapter, right?
Yes.
That's related?
No, it is not quite related.
Oh,
it might
okay.
be how she met him, but I don't know. But I sent him an email, and he's like, oh, yeah, we can chat. And we just chatted one time, and then later I saw he did a post for a Niagara position.
Yeah, essentially take
Yeah.
every opportunity available.
Yeah.
Looking good.
But
Yeah.
one thing from the Unreal chapter, I would say, is that they have like a lot of game jams and a lot of chances to meet people. They have a
Yes.
Discord that's pretty active. I
Oh.
would encourage joining it if you like working on Unreal.
We have an Unreal chapter, for those that don't know, Unreal chapter here in Orlando.
Yes, in Orlando.
Yes, just to make it aware to the chat that those.
Yes.
Okay.
So I would highly recommend joining the Unreal chapter in Orlando because they do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But one of the things I got to do with the Unreal chapter was they had, oh my gosh, I can't remember, virtual production studio. You know those things like
Yes.
Mandalorian?
Yes.
There's
I
actually
love
one
Mandalorian.
Here, there's one here in Orlando called The View, I believe.
The view.
And there's been a couple times where the chapters hold meetings there, or like
Cool.
they've done a tour of the place, and you get to see like how the virtual production's all set up, and that's actually run in Unreal. So there you
Wow.
go.
Really? That is awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
A lot of virtual production from I hear typically use Unreal because there's a lot of stuff you can do with Vive trackers, which is very similar to VR and how you track things in VR, and that determines like where the camera is virtual space. So
We're gonna, cause I'm not sure how much time, but we do have more questions. I have more questions. You have, I want to give you some spotlight, Brian.
I was gonna say
I
the
can
I'll-
lightning
let-
round them if
let
you
me-
want.
let me move
we
the
can do
mic.
question 2-sentence answer if you want.
We can rapid fire. If you want.
I was gonna say that you've been asking a lot of good questions, so I'm perfectly content to just sit here and listen. I was gonna say,
I
but I guess one question I do.
Let me tell you a question that. Well, you can ask.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do got a question if you're gonna put me on the spot.
Give me one.
I was gonna say, how often would you say that optimization is kind of a concern as far as visual effects are done? Because I know that lighting, especially how it can be done, can be expensive. Particle effects, like you mentioned earlier, shaders, all that.
Optimization, you try to consider it very consider it very bare bones at the beginning, but it doesn't matter until it matters. Until you are trying to package a build and suddenly you're running at 28 FPS. Then it matters.
It doesn't matter until it matters.
Exactly.
So you'd say it's probably on the lower priority of things, but like it's one of the first things that's cut?
Yes. It maybe shouldn't be, but it would be something you should only consider at a base. Like, you shouldn't do things you know are unoptimized.
Yeah.
Like, don't use 8K textures for stuff, right?
Probably
So
a good call.
You shouldn't do that at base, right? But besides that, most people probably won't consider it until it's becoming a problem for the project. And maybe it's good to be proactive, but when you're on a scrappier studio, I would say consider it later.
So one of my questions is, and I was gonna give you this one. I was just gonna whisper it to you. Nah, you just want to hear me say.
Yeah.
What's one skill that you weren't good at, but took you the longest? Maybe you mastered it. Like, what's one skill that took you the longest to master?
Honestly, probably optimization, because Unreal Timing in Science is the core for people wanting to do optimization, and that is a giant mess of a graph that is very hard to look at.
Absolutely.
And I still would not say I'm super proficient at it. And then the secondary thing is just knowing where random checkboxes are to fix things in Unreal, because there's always a checkbox for it.
And
you just have to know where to find it.
There's so many parameters, so many
There
properties, so
really
many things that you
is.
could just
There's
edit
so-
and tweak.
There's so many small details in engines, Brian, that we will never know.
Mm-hmm.
None of us will, but
Yeah. And there's sections and sections.
unless
and
we
sections.
become an engine developer, but that's
Even
that's
then, you probably
Yeah.
won't know.
Yeah, even
I know
then,
a couple
so-
engine developers.
Really?
Yeah, I
that
know.
must be cool.
There's one. She's a wizard. Megan's her name. And
Shout out Megan.
Shout out Megan. Maybe I'll poke you and be like, hey, I talked about you in the podcast. Go watch it. But she is very much on the engine side development
Oh,
for
wow.
shaders.
That's
and
cool.
whatnot.
That's
and she's
really
done
cool.
custom stuff for custom engine builds.
Right.
And I don't know what she's doing. She's a wizard most of the time, but she has even come up to me and been like, yep, I know my shaders part of this corner of this, but
What?
there's so much other stuff going on.
Yeah.
Unreal has some crazy selection of tools.
It's almost unreal.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, give me one for
Good
that.
one. I guess to wrap things up.
Whoa,
you got one more?
I'm not done. Well, you're only giving me one more?
Hey, you could go for two.
I will ask probably the deepest question,
Okay.
any of us has. What's something, if you were starting over today, where would you start? Was that good, Brian? Did I
Ooh.
cook?
I think that's a pretty good one.
That was a good one, I feel like.
If I was starting over, I would probably do more game jams. I didn't do
More game jams.
Yes, I didn't do game jams until probably late junior, early senior year, and that's where you kind of learn the scrappier skills and you can make some friends. The secondary thing would be go to social events. If you can make them game related because that's what you're interested in, that's good. But even just in life, go to social events, build yourself personally, because then you can bring it back to what you're doing.
You hear that, gamers? Go touch grass.
Go touch
Go
grass.
outside.
That's very good advice.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and what about, just because we do have to wrap up, but it's been such a pleasure to have you on here. What about for us? What would you recommend we do in our positions, after we turn the stream off and go back to, our lives for the next week until the next stream? What do you recommend?
Well, it depends on what you're interested in. You guys both said you were interested in
We're designers.
designer, yeah. So I would try to do at some point your own kind of personal game jam of a week of every day I'm trying to design a level. And if it's bad, that's it. That's done for the day, and you go on to the next one the next day. And do that for a while, and maybe you don't get anything out of it, but you definitely get the skills from it. So that, and go touch grass as well. Once
Go
you're done.
touch grass.
Once you're done.
Go touch grass.
Of course.
That speaking on that, before we go, I was gonna make a little YouTube channel, making game progress, a little journal
Yeah,
of
that's fun.
game. It would be fun, just commenting on my crash outs too, like they do in FIEA sometimes.
Yeah.
So I've heard we're gonna hear more about that in the next segment, but no, it's very good advice and all of it. It's been so informative, and we're so grateful that you came onto the stream actually, and just to have another perspective. So we do appreciate that, and that's pretty much all I have.
I was gonna say, to wrap up, is there is there anything that you can talk about that you're gonna be working on that we might see in the near future?
Any spoilers?
Yes, I actually can, because it's a studio-specific project, so we're a little bit less stringent with what you can say. We're working on a game called Astro Tonto right now, and it's going to be a game you can hop on with your friends and cause chaos as you try to clean up the space.
you know how, I don't mean to offend, like the friend slap genre type of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Those are so fun. Those are
It's a
so
good time,
fun.
right?
It is.
Yeah.
That's why we all
Yeah.
buy them.
Yeah, no, I am getting to get a lot more voice going on for that, and I am so happy because it's like
Wow.
the kind of game when we're talking about it at the studio. It's the kind of game where I'm like, yeah, I would sit down and play them on the couch with like my friends and even my parents.
Yeah. Even your parents.
Yeah.
Mom and
Looking
dad,
good.
mom and dad, I
Mom.
might have our
Yeah.
next game for game night.
I was gonna say, looking good if it's a party game for the couch.
Yeah.
Oh,
And with the parents. Yeah.
I love simple party games you can pick up and just do a few rounds, and like it is about like sitting with fans and enjoying something that's there while you're playing, but it's also about sitting with friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we do look forward to that, and we could be posting the information on that either in the chat or on the YouTube. One of them.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Well,
YouTube. We will be posting
We'll
all the
post
links.
every link we
We'll
can.
post every link. We promise.
Of
But that is unfortunately all the time we have. It's been such a pleasure to have you on. Thank you for coming, and thank you for sharing your perspective and experiences.
Thank you for having me. It's been
Yeah, of
great.
course.
Glad I could come back.
And we are about to segment into our next. What do we?
Next up is our FIEA team.
Our FIEA team. Is
Yeah.
that Regradable?
Yep.
Regradable is up next. We will see you in a few minutes.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you.
for coming on.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're back. We have a very special guest, one of the FIEA teams. Your team name is Regradable?
Our game is Regradable. And our team's studio name is Sunpress Games.
Sunpress Games. All right, before we get into that, why don't you introduce yourself? Who are you and what's your position on this team?
Cool. All right, hi, my name is Léa Fournier and I am the project lead.
Let me block myself, Bryan.
Hey, you can move the mic downwards.
No, it's okay.
Nah, definitely not okay. There we go. You can keep talking.
Oh, I can. No, Bryan, you can take that.
I was gonna say, so you were the lead for your project. Can you tell us a little bit about your project before we actually do have some videos here to show about the project? So you want to give us kind of a quick rundown here?
Yeah, so Regradable is a 3D action platformer where you play as a robot on a mission to plant the last living seed in this futuristic city where technology has fully overtaken everything. So we've been kind of joking that our game is a mixture of Ghost Runner.
WALL-E.
Yeah, it's literally WALL-E. It's WALL-E and Ghost Runner together. It's basically our game.
Yeah, that's what I was
That sounds
thinking about.
awesome.
I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
That cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Huh. How long have you been... They can't hear me. How long have you guys been in production for that?
So we officially started production in the beginning of January. So we were in pre-production the last 2 months of last semester. So we had 2 months of that to just plan our art style and come up with the game. But yeah, we just had our vertical slice last week.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gotten any playtesters or anything so far, or just your group?
We have. So we've been playtesting with other people from FIEA, but outside of our team at the end of sprints. So it's been every 2 weeks. But yeah, we want to open it up. So if you guys want to playtest, if anybody wants to playtest, we're gradable.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can we reach out to do that?
Maybe next stream we can have that on. Maybe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. They don't tell us anything.
Yeah. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Just find us on LinkedIn on Sunpress
LinkedIn.
Games, and then you can just message there. And
Awesome.
I'll
okay.
see it. It'll go straight to me.
We'll have that linked in
Sounds
the
good.
in the YouTube once again. But you're in FIEA, right? And before we get into Regradable, obviously, we're not in FIEA, Bryan.
I think so.
Hold on. Yeah, no, we're not. What's it like? What's the difference between FIEA and the undergraduate program here, and how's it going?
Well, I wasn't in the undergrad program at UCF. I know there's a lot of people who come from both. I went to a school called Concordia University, which is in Canada, in Montreal. So,
wow.
yeah, my program there, I originally started in theater. And then I minored in, it's not called game design, the program, it's called computation arts, but we were doing Unreal Engine, programming, game design things, but also with a heavy focus on art as well. So I took kind of half programming, I took 3D modeling classes. And I did that my last 2 years there, and that's when I really fell in love with game dev.
Yeah.
But I wanted to switch in to the program full-time to be my main focus, but then my professor was like, okay, if you switch from doing your main degree in theater to switching your minor to be your main focus, he was like, that's going to add 2 years to your degree. So just do a master's. He told me just do a master's.
And that's how you ended up here?
Yeah, because my family, I grew up in Atlanta, but I'm a dual citizen, so that's why I ended up in Canada. And my parents moved from Atlanta to Florida, when I was in my second year of university. So then when we started looking at stuff, my mom found FIEA, and then I toured 1 week off when I was back in the States, and I just was like, okay, I want to be here.
Did you consider any other programs in the States before you stumbled on FIEA?
Yeah, I applied to the UF program, and I toured there as well, funnily the same day.
They have a game design program?
It's more VR focused. And that's what I learned there. It's a lot more research focused, so I think
Is it more independent?
More independent?
Like
for students?
FIEA is you work as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's more independent. And that's I think why FIEA is such a cool option is you actually get the studio feeling. It really does prepare you. You're working and you're a producer, so you know it kind of gives you a better feeling. But you're working and you have to like manage everyone. It's more realistic. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to go with that.
That's exactly it, and that's what made me pick FIEA, because I didn't want to do a master's if it wasn't going to help me get a job.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm not, you know, I know there's people that are interested in research and doing a lot of academia, but for me,
But
that's
not
why
you.
FIEA stood out,
But
was
not you.
exactly that. It's like, actually, we literally joke about it that it's office simulator. Like, it is.
Yeah, it's like the game
preparing us.
office simulator.
Yeah. They're
okay.
really, I think that they have done a good job of, like,
And it's
preparing
fun, right?
us.
It's a good environment, you know, because I went in there one time and actually like 1 or 2 weeks ago. First time I saw it, it was like an office. Like it was actually like they had the cubicles kind of a little nicer than that, you know. But it was really cool to see, you know. It made me feel like I was in like maybe the EA building or maybe one of those. So it was realistic, but that's really cool.
Yeah. I really love it. I mean, I feel like all the people I've met are so awesome and so cool, and we've all become this like big family, even though with like all the hard work has really made us bond.
Trauma bonding.
All the trauma.
I'm calling you out. I saw the whiteboard of the crash outs and, you know, how many times Unreal has crashed, and you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we do have a board where we mark, I think especially in the artist area is mainly where this lives, but also there's one in the
That makes
producer
sense.
area, but it's like times Unreal Engine crashes, Maya crashes, people crash out.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of catharsis going, you know, just like.
Yeah. And it makes it funny. It makes it funny.
No, it definitely, you need something like that to lighten the mood. But like, as a producer, what do you know, how's that going? Because Bryan, share mic. Oh,
They're telling you to stop swapping over your
Yeah,
mic.
well, I mean,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just being.
Trust
It
me.
might be easier.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
You don't even gotta lean
As
too
a
far.
producer, how many people are on your team?
I have a team, so I have 19 from FIEA, like,
Whoa,
enrolled right now.
whoa. Bryan, did you hear that?
19.
How many are in your workshop team, Bryan?
I think it's 18. So.
Oh, okay, so it does
Not too far
prepare you.
off, but-
Okay. Yeah.
Then I have 5 contractors. So
Wow,
then it's
and
24.
contractors are undergraduate students, right?
Yeah, one of them I believe graduated last semester from the undergrad, and the rest
Right.
are current students.
Yeah, that's very cool. Very cool.
How does contracting work?
We really just find them a lot. All of them know somebody on my team, so then, like, I either looked at their portfolio or just their friends recommended them, and I just shot them a message.
They take random students and they just
I was
drag them into the file.
"Please,
They're just like,
We
please
need your
work
help."
for us. Yeah, no, but that's really cool. Does it ever get stressful though, managing about 20 people?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, just a little bit.
I found that I've put a lot of, especially leading up to Vertical Slice, because they told us there was a potential of a cut, and then luckily no games got cut this year, but they were telling us that was a possibility.
Yo, chill.
Yeah, so I did wake up every day like scared.
I totally get that fear.
But it's real because
Yeah.
like imagine you're working for a company, right?
Yeah.
They're going to announce a cut maybe for budget or something, and you know, that's your team or that's someone else's. And then you can laugh at them, but as long as it's not my team, you know what I mean? I'm just playing.
But yeah, that's it. It is like that in real life.
It
Like,
is.
you have to meet the deadlines. Like at Madden, like, you know, they have to meet those exact
Yeah.
deadlines and like
Very
ship the
strict.
game on a certain
Very
date.
strict.
Especially the higher up you go, you know, bigger companies, like they get even more strict about that sort of stuff.
You can almost call it unreal.
Okay, buddy.
That
you
seems
gotta
to be
get
the
outta here.
topic today, you know? I keep hearing about it, but that's good. It really FIEA does prepare you, you'd say. A good job. That's good. But do you have any more questions before we get into this masterpiece?
I do, actually, because, you know, instead of overall stuff, you specifically, as producer, what do you take care of in your game? Do you do the documentation? Do you
good
set
question, Bryan.
deadlines? What's your bread and butter?
Yeah, for me, like, I like to think of what I do as the project lead and, like, project manager as, like, thinking about the architecture of the project. So
You're the foundation.
Thank you. I'm always like thinking big picture because from what I've noticed, like, and I think this happens on most like dev teams, people are very focused on like their like piece of the puzzle, like
Yes,
so, but
very
then
much so.
for me, I'm always thinking like the bigger picture.
The bigger picture.
So I find that like, okay, I'm planning with my leads each sprint. We're trying to figure out what from our backlog, what from our goals, what do we want to get done each week, and if we have to pivot. Like yesterday, I was in a 2-hour meeting, and I was like, guys, our scope is too high. We need to cut down. Like, so we were originally going to plan to do 3 different levels. And then yesterday we decided we're just going to do 1.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes that's the best result, it gets you smaller scope, higher quality,
Exactly.
Do you guys do postmortems at the end of every sprint?
We've been doing like the retrospectives as more of like a form
That
I
should be
send
better
out.
for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing the forms, and then I just talk to people one-on-one. I think that after vertical slice, we're hoping to do like a retrospective and like postmortem this week as well, just to see. And we've been trying, like we're trying a new approach for sprints and stuff.
Okay.
Starting last week, and then we're doing 2-week as a new thing. So I'm trying to see with my team if they like it or
Yeah.
not.
I'm
know that-
curious. What software do you use for project management?
We use Jira.
Jira.
Yeah.
Jira's a good one.
I haven't heard of that. I use Hack and Plan.
Yeah, they use Jira. Not every like AAA studio does, but I
Yeah.
know
It is
EA
pretty standard for a
does.
lot of people.
It is
So
industry
Yeah.
standard. Okay,
it's got a lot of quality of life to it, and especially for bigger groups, it
that's
has
good.
a lot of good tools for you.
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
Different groups have different flows. I just mentioned postmortems. Some groups do it at the end of every sprint. Some do it every number of sprints after vertical slice. And like you mentioned, using Jira over whatever other task management software, it's really cool hearing the specific details for how you guys are
Yeah.
doing your stuff. I guess now we could probably show off what your game actually
Bryan,
looks like.
I'm so excited to see Regradable.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
We better be able to play it. I'm gonna reach for that.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
But,
First.
are we?
Are we doing
I would say,
Hello.
production over there.
Production. Hi.
Hey, production, can we get the laptop on the stream?
We'll work for the
Yo.
sound.
Yeah, there we
Two.
go.
Will it work?
It
for the
should.
what?
It should. And I think you should be able to hear it through your headphones as well.
We think so.
I
Awesome.
hope so. So we have 2 videos here. We have the trailer for the game, which is what we're about to show off first. And then we have a gameplay video, which we'll show that afterwards, and then we'll talk over it. But for this one, let's admire the beauty.
Yeah, so this is what we showed for our vertical slice, which is our opening cinematic for the game that my lovely animators have worked very, very
Shout out
hard on.
animators.
Artists can make the game come alive.
That is
yeah.
true.
Oh yeah. Here, I'll give that.
All right, let's see it.
Ooh, is the audio working?
Oh man.
Ooh,
Hold on.
hold on.
We can figure this out.
Oh, I was gonna say audio's on our end.
I've got this.
You know what? We'll let it play, and then we'll let production see if they can figure out the problem. But I guess since there's no audio, you can feel free to talk over any details.
She did say robot.
And so.
Oh, the chat can hear it.
Oh,
See?
you know what? If we can't, that's perfectly fine.
Oh wait. We're gonna replay it one more time because production has an idea over there. Wait, don't spoil anything. I've seen it.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I can explain if they need a second. In this, our main character, the robot. Oh.
No,
Never mind.
keep talking.
Okay.
It's good.
Eli
Oh,
was
there we go. Eli, the robot,
was discarded
discarded.
in a scrapyard, and so this is where the last living tree of life exists.
Oh, okay.
And as it's
Oh,
dying,
And as it's dying.
yeah,
right?
it plants its last living seed
like a
into the
heart.
robot.
Yeah.
And it brings it to life, giving it these vine arms.
Brian, look how cute that one looks.
Awesome.
Oh my god. I love the sounds too.
Yeah, Caden Peterson.
Shout out Caden.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, you know Caden, yeah. They were in the undergrad here too.
Yeah, Caden plays. He created some of the music that we use for our "Be Right Back."
Yep.
Oh,
all the
shout
music,
out
all the
Caden.
sounds.
He's responsible for Grimoire. So for any of our viewers
Wait,
who
what?
see the Grimoire credit under the Be Right
freaking
Back
goat.
stream,
Mhm.
yeah, that
Yeah.
is awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
that's who did it?
Yeah,
That was
he's
amazing.
awesome. Yeah, he makes some
Caden, you're
great
amazing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you're watching.
Here, let's
Wait. Can I see it again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
want to admire it again.
Please.
I also want to shout out that Summer, who does our content directing and segment planning.
Shout out Summer the Goat.
She worked on that box.
Yes,
Oh!
she did. Yeah, she freaking did.
That's yo. We
Hey,
have to
let's
look
go
at it.
Summer.
That's
Shout out
Summer's box
Summer.
right there.
Summer.
Good box, Summer. Good box. So we have the robot. I like that sound right there. It's like waking up.
Yeah, and the sound effect for like the leaf and the vines.
Art really
So
does
good.
make a game so well. Obviously the other mechanics, but art really, it makes the game come to life. What was the idea behind this? Like, did you have any inspiration behind the storyline of this game?
I think for us, we kind of started with like the nature versus technology.
Nature versus technology.
And then
Okay.
Wally is like just
Wall-E.
a big favorite of a lot of people on this
Yeah.
team. And yeah, we
I'm getting the Wall-E energy. It's such a, what's the robot's name?
Eli.
Eli.
What we did, the idea is that you can't see it in this model because we're starting with a new model, so we're gonna replace it
Okay.
in the animation. But it has the number 173.
What does that represent?
But like if you look, it's hard to not visually see it. But if I'm me and I have 173 on my chest and I look
Yeah.
down, upside down, it's looks like
Eli.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
cute.
get it now.
That's super cute. I
Yo,
love
that
that.
took me a
That's
second.
super
That's a
clever.
really nice detail. That's like a small detail that people can appreciate, but
Yeah.
that was the trailer. Let's look at that artwork. Who designed that?
Yes. Okay. So.
We have 15 minutes, so we might have to speed through this, but I want to give credit where credit's due,
Yes.
you know?
So we had two people touch this. I forget her last name, I'm sorry, but our contractor Sarah, who I believe is an undergrad, originally concepted.
Okay.
this. And
Very nice
then
work.
Kalia, who was on
Kalia.
my team too. Then
Okay.
kind of, made it more 3D, added more textures.
More textures.
Found a place for the sprout too.
Really made it come to life.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So it started off with one of your contractors, right? And
Yeah,
then,
Sarah.
came to life. So we know Summer did that. Who is responsible for Eli?
That is Jules.
Jules,
also,
shout out
our
Jules.
Character artist. Yeah, she's done a freaking amazing job. So
I can tell. What
Awesome.
about all
Yeah.
the animation cutscene work and all that?
animations were done by Steven.
Steven.
Yeah. On our
Steven,
team,
shout out.
and Kalia as well.
Kalia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we worked on
Wow.
this together. Same thing. Also, our art lead Parker has also
Programming
shaded it.
and designers. We can discuss that, but who did the tree and like this little?
Yeah. So also Elijah.
Okay, Elijah.
Our tech artist did the lighting as well, and like the kind of glow effect and that you see on the seed.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
really nice.
the tree was also done by Emily, who's
Emily.
our 3D artist.
Okay.
Yeah, with her.
Very cool. Shout out
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of
Elijah,
people touched
Emily.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we had for the arms as well. It's funny. It's been like a huge challenge for us to figure out with like the spline
Yeah.
that we're using to.
Because
stretch
a big
out.
factor is you have to figure out a lot of like how trees and how a tree looks. Like it sounds silly, but like you have to figure out like the small details of like because we were saying earlier, touch grass. You really do.
Yeah.
You really have to touch grass. But how about, because I think we have one more thing, or you have one more thing to show
Yeah.
us.
I have some gameplay
You have some gameplay.
video to show. We just
Whoa.
put together because so far for vertical slice we were able to get to 10 minutes of like white box gameplay. So this is like
Whoa.
not all of the art is fully implemented, but we have
Okay.
just white box the area, added some lighting.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And this is like I'm kind of getting. No, I see what you mean, Ghost Runner. I loved playing Ghost Runner actually.
Oh yeah.
It was.
The movement.
This is like. What would be cool is like a first person mode in this, but like. I mean,
Yeah, we thought we
You
were,
thought
like,
you
trying
could
to-
have thought about that?
We had those original
Cyberpunk
discussions
vibes.
last semester, and then we figured like
That's
third
a stretch.
person might be easier just with
It-
like.
It looks better that
Spider-Man
way,
has
bro.
also been a big
That's
inspiration,
great.
Spider-Man.
That's a great inspiration to have. I love the Spider-Man games, and it looks like you guys have like everything. It's not too overstimulating. It's
Yeah.
just enough, and I can see parts of the white box, but I'm more focused on like all of this wonderful art and everything that's really making things come to life. What's the enemy in this?
So the enemies that we have, because in this world it's like only robots.
So robots
Wizard?
want to just remove the seed, basically.
They work for like we have like an oppressive force. so
Evil
it's, like,
megacorp.
Yeah, evil. It's literally all owned by the same corporation. So they kind of, in the narrative of our game,
Yeah.
it's that like you are not the first like.
To try.
Yeah, like robot with the vine arms grown like, to exist.
Oh.
So, but they don't want the nature because you're trying to find a place to plant the seed.
You're
So
trying
they don't
to
want you to
bring life
succeed.
back to the
yeah,
world.
exactly. And so in this world, you know, they want everything to be perfect all the time. They
Yes.
want everybody to like fall in line, and then you're
Technologically, like it's
Yeah.
too far in technological advancement that
Like,
I love it. And this is, you hit Wall-E, Ghost Runner, Cyberpunk, Spider-Man all in this game, and it looks so good.
Thank
It looks so good. As a fan of Cyberpunk, I'm just in love with like the neon signs and everything.
Yeah.
So and the music, who was responsible for that?
Saying that Caden's been doing it all.
Caden.
Yeah.
What
It's-
a beast.
I know.
I
know.
really, because it's really
awesome.
like upbeat and like I get a great vibe, like an
They're
adrenaline rush.
energized,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that for me, the movement is the biggest thing that sticks out. I adore the movement. Like
Who
the
worked on
swinging
movement
and,
animations?
The camera following you as you go.
Yes.
It feels so smooth and natural.
It does
just-
feel smooth and natural.
Same thing. The same animators have also been working.
They're
for
doing
the
a great
gameplay,
job.
So Stephen, Kalia, Parker, and then we've had like the Vine spline, especially Jane has been
Yeah.
working on it. All of our programmers too. so, like,
Programmers,
Sine.
shout out the programmers. Yeah.
Sine has focused a lot on the Vine. It took us a lot to figure it out because like it's not as noticeable, but we're trying to figure out how to switch from the arm model
Yeah.
to the spline.
I couldn't notice, but I mean,
Mhm.
it's good for polishing.
Mhm.
But your game looks so good, and I'm really excited to. We're gonna play it.
Oh yeah, for
We're
sure.
gonna
we
play
gotta,
it.
We gotta.
You hear that, production? We're gonna play this game.
Oh yeah.
But it's great. I'm really happy that you came on and you were able to show us. I'm so glad that you were able to show us, and you took the time aside. So we do thank you for that. And actually, Professor Morrison is a FIEA grad, and he's like an animation.
I was gonna say, yeah, one of our
God,
professors here is a big FIEA graduate, so
Yeah,
he is
he's like
responsible for a lot
a
of our
god at animation.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
responsible for a lot
Yeah.
of our animation.
Did you reach out to him for any
Yeah,
help on
it's funny.
this?
I actually talked to him 2 days ago. He came over to our Regradable area at FIEA and was
Oh,
giving us
nice.
really good ideas and really good
He has great
feedback.
ideas.
And I think that's also like going back to talking about FIEA and UCF. Like I've been so
They work together.
Yeah, just seeing all the professors that
Yeah.
are mentoring people on my team that come over and give feedback. It's been so helpful.
Have you spoken to Professor Nicholas Hunter?
Yes, a little bit, but I have spoken to him and he's been like available, especially to people on my team.
Nicholas,
to help
he's
them.
so good.
He's
so
Colby's
good.
favorite.
He's. And what about Pagan?
I don't think I
No?
Yeah, we
She's
do
also
have
a
a couple FIEA graduates.
she
who,
is
who
also
teach
a
for our
FIEA
course.
grad.
Yeah, Professor Pagan is another one, and I've taken a couple of her classes.
Yeah.
For Professor Morrison, I've also seen him pretty recently. He actually sat in on the art review for my team's workshop.
You're
game. So,
anxious. You're
yeah,
anxious
that,
art
that,
review.
that was a week before last week, but all the same, he sat in and he gave a lot of good insight, especially with as far as optimization is concerned for our lighting. He has a lot of good tips. He's very knowledgeable about the engine, so yeah, it's really.
Oh,
cool hearing
Morrison's
those
in the chat.
people. Hey!
Yo, shout out Morrison. Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yes.
Yeah, we were just talking about you, if you couldn't tell.
We're
All
looking
good
into
things.
Motion matching. 'cause
All
we're
good
talking about
things.
Motion matching.
But
we're gonna
no.
try and do motion matching.
Oh, really?
Ooh, okay.
So, because we have a couple minutes left, before we wrap up, what's the next plans for this game? What can we expect? And is there any insider scoop that you can give us that we can maybe with some storyline or anything that you could just quickly tell us?
Well, we're working on the ending cinematic too, because we're trying to just do like show not tell for
Yes.
the story. So we're only gonna have a cinematic at the beginning and at the end. So we're working on the second one, which is not to spoil, but it's kind of a sadder ending.
Oh, you know what this
okay.
reminds me of? When you said sad, I was like, Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 type of where the robot sacrifices himself, BT. I hope that doesn't happen.
I don't know. I don't know anything. I
Well,
just work here.
Yeah,
I just work here.
We'll find out, won't we?
We will find out.
Thank
But-
you for coming on once again. Your
Yeah.
game looks incredible
We-
so far.
we
What,
look-
what time do you think it'll be finished? Is it going to be by the end of the semester, the year? What's
We're-
the timeline for it looking like?
So we are going to be like final done by August 1st.
August
We should be
1st
in-
on Steam.
on Steam. Hopefully, that is the goal. That is the goal.
Chat, look out for that
Yes.
August 1st on Steam, Regradable.
Yes.
But that's pretty much all the time we have. Unfortunately, we would love to sit here and talk, but we do have another segment coming up, Rockstars actually, which is
so thanks again for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It was awesome.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. It was so good talking to you. And we're going to take a quick transition break and get Rockstars on, a 2025 workshop game.
Shout out to my Regradables.
Shout out to
Absolutely.
Regradables.
Shout out to the
Regradable. Love you guys.
All right.
All right. We are back, and here we got two of the people who worked on Rockstars, which is going to be the game that we're about to showcase right here, right now. Their game is actually already finished and on Steam for anyone who wants to play it, and it is perfectly free to play. And production, can you swap us over to the laptop here? We can show off some of their trailers. They got some good stuff here to show. But, before we get too carried away, you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. You want to lead off?
Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan Torres. I am a combat designer for video games. I was the lead programmer on Glass Record Studio, the studio that you see behind the game Rockstars. This was released to Steam around April of 2025, and I was the lead programmer and combat designer. So a lot of enemies you're going to be seeing in the games, from the small little erg crawlers, the ravenous spores maws, and the very imposing Mother Erg, the final boss in the game.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, excuse me. Those were designed by me. I also did the combat mechanics for the game, for the player characters.
And my name is Daniel Diaz-Rivera. I was the producer, project lead for Rockstars. So yeah, I did all of your project management stuff. I also had a big say in design, and especially level design.
That's awesome to hear. We already got the trailer here rolling, but before I give it some audio, how was your guys' workshop experience? This game was made in workshop, right?
Yeah.
Do you mind saying which professor it was that you guys went for?
It definitely was Shpeeb. Go Shpeeb.
Hey, yeah, me too.
That was definitely my favorite class, especially of the program. Shpeeb was just such an amazing professor. I think anyone would be lucky to take his
we were in the
class,
5:30 section Tuesday and Thursday.
Yes.
That's me
Yes,
too.
sir.
Wow, look at that.
Nice.
We're twins.
Solidarity. We like it.
Absolutely. All right, then I guess if you guys want to talk over this trailer, I don't know how much audio is going to be playing here. There we go. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you like the intro?
Yeah, that's awesome. The sound effect too for the shatter.
Yeah, so I guess in the trailer you're going to see a lot of our core mechanics. I guess a quick rundown of the game is you're part of this roaming band of space hippies, and you crash land on this planet, and all you have to your name is your microphone, and you're going around and you're meeting up with your scattered band members on the surface, and you're using the different instruments with their different abilities to interact with the environment, to take out enemies, and eventually, when you finally get all your band members together, you come across that Mother Erg that we talked about. And it ends in a pretty cool boss fight. We got cutscenes, and there's a lot of stuff we're excited about.
Oh, that was cool. I just saw the slide. That looked awesome.
There's voice acting too. I was the voice actor for Tiny, a character you may have seen in the trailer briefly.
Oh, and that's the Mother Erg right
there. Ooh. Awesome. Looks cool. You want me to replay that, or do you guys got another video here?
Well, the next video that we got up there is the cutscene, but really, I think we're good to just jump in the game.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say we actually, since the game is nice and finished, we do have it
Go
pulled
download it
up
on
here.
Steam.
For free.
Yeah, please do. Make sure to get this game as many downloads as possible. I got a controller here. Okay, I'm just gonna go through the menu here just to showcase your guys' art and everything because it looks incredible just off the rip.
So we do have the Rockstars Steam link in the chat.
Go check it out.
Ooh, okay. Look at that. Ooh, okay. Yeah, even the I love the stylization here on the menus.
Yeah, we wanted everything to feel like you were flipping through the backs of cassettes and then throwing them into the menu, and we wanted it all to feel very vintage. We're going for that like 70s, 60s art style. So.
Looks awesome. I think you guys succeeded. Hey, there we go. The full credits. Yeah, make sure to follow these guys.
Yeah.
Again, all their links will be in the description. I guess we'll start a new game here.
Let this cutscene play out.
Yeah.
We're here reporting far at the Proto Star, featuring fresh bands from all over the known cosmos, as they'll be performing their absolute utmost. Who the heck wrote this? If you really want your
Bro,
thrive,
T.O.
Proto Star will lose
I
that.
get this stupid thing to work.
Something cool about this cutscene is this was all
It's weird that all
done
of our listeners are
mocapped
from
with the space that we have
Ergo
here.
or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
You mean
Awesome.
the Ergo system?
Ergo system recognized. Activating galactic jump.
Son of a...
And down you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't look like that was intentional.
You're missing someone.
That's good.
Didn't really want to talk too much over that, but taking the shot
Yeah.
for that was pretty cool. We actually recreated the entire set of the ship
My
with
head.
like the chairs.
I need
that
to
we
get
have
out of here
in
and
the
see if everyone's
makerspace, and then
okay.
I would go ahead and I would act out every single character one by one.
Really?
And then our animators took that and they put it all together in the scene, and it ended up coming out pretty well. So
Wow, that is awesome. Okay.
yeah, so here you are on Ergosporus, the planet that you've crash landed on.
Whoa. This place looks totally sick. Wait, is that smoke? The van! I need to hurry.
And you said you did the voice acting for Era?
No, that was Joshua. That is one of our
Animators.
He's the lead animator. Yeah, so I did the voice actor for a character you will see shortly. His name is Tiny. He is the drummer for the band, and he also is the band driver.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Trying to make sure I don't fall off here. I can't look bad this early in the game.
It's
I might be
deceptively
able to
difficult.
swing
Yeah.
if I use the mic cable.
Yeah, as soon as you let go of that jump button, you start falling. We have variable jump height, so gotta commit. So if you
Oop.
press the left trigger there, you're
Oh,
going
left
to be
trigger,
able
there
to
it is.
use your instrument ability.
What is that thing? Maybe I can hit it with the mic?
You got some enemies
Oh.
here.
Ooh,
You
yeah.
cannot leave this enemy gate until you have defeated all the enemies inside.
So with the right trigger there, you have the microphone attacks, and if you time the microphone attacks, the second the music note comes out, you actually get double damage. That's a rhythmic
Oh.
attack system. So if you stay in tune with the rhythm of your weapon, you actually get rewarded.
Yes. Attack in time with the notes appearing, and you will get double damage output.
Okay. Is that what the second note popping up is?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the change in the combo chain. If you get that VFX
Oh.
and that sound, that guitar strum,
Oh,
You'll see
okay.
a little explosion of notes too,
Sick.
some extra use.
yeah. And
Oh, there we go.
the guitar strum that actually plays is the next chord in progression. So it plays the first and the fourth and the fifth.
I can see it. The smoke.
depending on the
I'm getting close.
That is really cool. Okay, that's gonna be a little tricky to get the hang of. Okay. Who was this little guy? Oh, that's health. Okay, cool. I needed that. Yeah, I was getting beat up by those guys. Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay. I swear, guys, I'm not bad.
Oh, you're goated. You got this. No bad gamers here.
Oh. Wait. Oh. I'm trying to hit the rhythm. I think I could have just taken him down.
Sometimes when you defeat enemies, they will drop health pickups, so don't worry too much if the confrontations take a little bit out of you. There you go.
Nice. There
Okay. Yeah, that is handy. Okay, and there's another one over here.
Oh, so coming
Back
up,
to full.
Nice. So coming up here, you're gonna be seeing Tiny pretty soon back at the van.
Ooh, okay.
Taking that scenery.
Yeah, I was gonna say the art is incredible, so I just gotta take a little pause. Just wow, loving the colors, loving the particles and everything.
Yeah, just to credit some of the people that were working on this level.
The van.
This level was
And
mainly worked in conjunction with
Tiny.
myself, Luke Bono, and a lot of the final passes of the level were done by John Wolf. He's actually going to FIEA right now.
Really? Okay, awesome.
Tiny! I missed you.
I love the little
There was
pop-up
this
with the
ugly
flower.
crab thing and...
It's also done in Unreal 5.4.
Wow, okay.
Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
Yes.
Yes.
And what about the van?
Broken. Need fix.
That's so
And the
good.
others?
Gone. Finding you.
Where are they?
Scattered. Follow Candy. Find Steiny.
Anything else?
Take.
My electric! And some walkie-talkies? Wait, my electric feels heavier. What did you do?
Made louder. Break walls. Stun monster.
How considerate.
I'm gonna need you
Monster?
to channel your inner
What
Tiny
monster?
at some point in this.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
I have to. I'm basically pantomiming the lines right next to Dan because I don't want to
Tiny,
interrupt.
do you
the
read me?
talking.
Over?
Tiny. Yeah.
Oh
This
wait.
is serious, Tiny.
Aiming.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the electric guitar. This is a secondary weapon which does.
Oh.
Yes. On average.
Oh no.
It's okay. You can get out of there. And something to note is that not every combat encounter is mandatory. The ones in the enemy gates you will have to deal with, but otherwise, if there's an enemy that's too dangerous, you don't necessarily have to stick around if you think it's too much of a threat.
probably gonna wanna. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yes.
We're back.
But yeah, with the electric, you can see even its melee attacks are different. But its main power here is the stun wave. So you hold down the key to utilize your special ability, the same key that you use for the grappling. And once you let go, you will fire off a stun wave that you hit that big spore small. You can see it duck down in the.
I was gonna say, yeah, I saw him. Oh.
You gotta get the angles right.
There you go. So yeah, the microphone ability, you're sending it out and you're using it to grapple with the wire. But with the electric guitar, you're sending out that sound wave.
Yes.
And it is directional, but just right in front of you. If you make this next jump, you'll be able to see the Sporosma.
Oh, okay, we got it.
The second main
What is
enemy
that
of the game.
thing?
Does this do any damage, the stun wave?
It doesn't do any damage, but it will save you from damage. And if you jump on this, yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say the little voice line there. I was like, okay, I got this. Oh my god. Oh,
Got some
we're
bounce
safe.
frames.
We're safe.
Good, Tiny.
Canceling funeral.
Homie was already ready. There's no way.
Yeah, we're really proud of the narrative of this game. It was definitely one of the stronger points.
Oh yeah, so far the world definitely feels super alive, and I love the voice acting.
Thank you so much. But yeah, something I wanted to note is that you might notice that the melee attacks between the different weapons have different properties. And so, whereas the microphone has 3 hits, the electric guitar only has 2.
Whoa, that's a wide
on
gap.
average, they
Maybe
hit a lot
breaking this
heavier.
column can get me to frost?
On top of that, the
You got a cutscene for
rhythmic
that.
attack system also applies to the electric. So if you hit a
Oh.
perfect attack with an electric, a perfect electric as it were, you can absolutely chunk enemies.
Really? Okay.
I'm super glad that you also did the column event.
Oh! Oh my
Almost got
god.
blocked there.
I was gonna say he almost ended me.
Nice, nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that column event. We had to do a lot of playtesting there, just because a lot of people
Fell
wouldn't
pretty
know
far.
exactly where to use.
Perhaps
the
making my
electric
way
guitar ability.
upwards can
The
give me a
fact
way
that
to
you caught
find
it really
Steiny.
quick.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
I
says
saw
heart.
the I saw the material there, and I'm like, wait, that looks pretty familiar. I
Lots
could
of-
probably.
Lots of breadcrumbing for our level designers.
Oh
as
wait,
well.
I gotta
Add this
gotta
well.
stun this guy. Oh, okay. I don't know where I'm jumping though.
You guys just gotta jump on its head. There we go. Oh,
Where am I going? Oh,
So you saw.
oh, he's gonna snap at you.
oh my god. Okay.
If you wait too long, Spore Small will chomp down on you, and he's immune to damage, so you must. stun him
What?
first.
Okay, well that's not scary at all.
He's got some pretty cool attack animations if you want to bait him out next time. Ooh,
Absolutely, I will.
he just perfectly
Oh.
took on this horde.
Oh my goodness.
You can see the power of perfect electrics.
Yeah, it goes crazy. Got a little bit of range to it too. At least it feels like it.
Yeah.
On
I don't know if
average,
it's just placebo.
No, it's a little faster. On
Yeah.
average, though, the microphone swings are a little quicker. So sometimes, if you want crowd control, you go for the guitar, and if you want to piece up enemies and make them more stuck in hit stun, just to make sure that you can like whack away at them without them fighting
You're
back.
gonna have to go all the way around, I think. Oh.
Oh yes,
This
he
is
just had to hit the angle.
This is tech.
Okay.
Oh, this is the fun part. You know what's coming?
I do know what's coming. There you go. That's that perfect attack right there. Ordinarily, it takes 3 hits, but with perfect strikes, only 2.
It's a horde.
Oh no.
How many of these things are there?
No, please. Ah!
Yes. And do remember, you do have the dodge as well.
Oh wait, I completely forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do get iframes during that dodge.
Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about it.
Another
I just
column.
another one down. I love the little cinematic here for this.
We were definitely inspired by like Legend of Zelda when you complete a puzzle in those games. and
Oh
shows
yeah,
you
it has
exactly
the
what-
Hey, buddy.
That's our first step.
Oh, you know, I was just trying to show
We've
off,
got
you know,
checkpoints.
the cool little death screen. Yeah, that's it. Oh,
Nice.
not even close. Not even close. First try. Okay, let's see what this attack looks
More of these darn plants.
Look yummy.
like.
As long
Ooh.
as I find Steiny soon and wait, how can you see?
Oh.
Tiny. See. All.
Yeah, up until now, the platforming, we wanted to keep it really simple, kind of like as an introduction to the player, teach them how to do each of the individual mechanics on their own. So you had an isolated platforming encounter, then you had an isolated combat encounter with no platforming. But up here, you're going to see our first pretty difficult platforming encounter. So I'm excited
You'll
to see
also.
if you...
Uh-oh. It's okay, you can get back. You may notice as well that when you jump, there is a little drop shadow under your feet. So that way you can see where you're landing a little bit.
Should
Oh,
help a little
okay.
bit.
That, yeah, I was gonna say that is handy. Oh no. These guys are cooking me. Oh, okay.
You got him.
Yeah, I was I was about to get chomped too. Okay. Ooh. No, I did
Just
have enough
barely.
momentum. Okay.
It's okay.
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 Yeah, this platforming is
stream.
definitely getting a little bit more tricky. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to get away from the edge as much as possible. Okay, cool. Okay, nope. We're out of here.
No, you're not.
Oh, there's no way!
And
Oh.
my utmost thank you to Michael for programming an outline function for enemy gates. You can see that there's a red outline around these herb crawlers to detect any that you might have missed, so they don't blend in with the scenery and you don't feel stuck.
Yeah, it's really good. I think being able to find them really easily.
Yeah, a world building element with these oh, you're gonna have to kill all of them. There we go.
Yeah, I just,
There we go. Borders in action.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looking good already.
Yeah.
Perfect attack.
Yep.
Well done.
So world
Get a
building
little
aspect
better.
of these ergs was that they could kind of hide in their shells and then exist in the world, and that's how they would be naturally. But yeah, again, the problem with that was that they would just hide from the player.
Too
in the
much
combat zone.
camouflage.
Yeah. So we needed
They
a
blended
way-
in a little too well with the environment. That's a good struggle to have, I think.
Nice.
I'm only getting it on the third one. Okay, let me see if I can get back up over here.
I'm excited to see if you do this first try.
You know what? I'm hoping I do. Okay. Ooh.
So far, so good.
Okay. Okay, where do I need to go next? All right.
Okay.
Trying to look for that circle.
Nice.
Ooh!
Beautiful.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Oh, please.
Yes, you can also interrupt your strings with dodges if you're feeling a little dangerous.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare you here. You're gonna need a grapple at the end of this. Okay,
Okay, I would
So
keep
have
the
that
mic out. Yeah.
2.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Looking strong.
Tiny,
Just
we should
walk
bring these
straight
magic
on.
shrooms with us
Okay,
to the Proto
horse
Star
is over.
Palooza.
Whew.
Agreed.
Oh wait, let me get the guitar here for that extra.
Nice.
There we go. All 3 in one swoop. Now that is satisfying.
That's what I
Okay.
was talking about when I said crowd control.
Yeah.
Yeah, that range definitely does help.
Absolutely. Ooh. Full up on HP. Okay. I'm scared. Where am I going?
Steiny! Oh,
Okay.
right, I'm wearing a helmet.
Here goes nothing. Oh, there's another one. Oh my god. Okay.
So up
Oh,
until
what's up?
now, you've been following the candy trail, right?
Yeah.
So our next character, Steiny Eclipse, she's the guitarist of the group. She's a stress eater. So she's been eating those candies looking for you in this cave. And
Oh, that is
now-
really cool.
Steiny! Oh, I
Meet her for the
missed you.
first time.
There was this ugly plant thing, and
You mean the oversized houseplant from hell?
yeah, that. And
That
those
is definitely
crabs.
a good describer.
I hate those things. They chased me so much I lost my sense of direction. How did you find me anyways?
I followed my gut. Why are you in here?
They'll never know.
Looking for you. Duh.
Well, I think we should.
Anyways, we should get out of here before those armored skipping stones find us.
Wait, Tiny wanted me to give this to you.
Thank goodness. You guys can finally hear me again. Here, take this in place of it.
Wait, you're giving this to me?
Yeah, but don't break it. Our fans will be mad if I'm not on stage. Now go. I'll be there soon.
I won't. Now, how do we.
There's a tunnel, like, right behind me. I'm surprised you didn't see it.
Hey. That's not too nice.
Now, Steiny is also voiced
Ooh.
by Soraya Al Hassan. They are one of our artists as well.
Also one of our animators. So actually, if you use the left trigger ability here, you do get that ranged attack, but you also get a double jump. So if you use that in the air,
Oh, wait.
you get that.
Oh, okay.
Now, you might notice that
Oh,
the
there's
blasts
no
have a bit of
damage.
recoil, but they are weaker than your others. In terms of safety, it's very low risk, but reward is not so great. So if you really want to get some damage done, consider your
Missing
other
everything.
option.
Whew. Okay. Oh no, the health pack disappeared. No. Okay. All right. Oh wait, wrong tool. There we go. I'm loving the dynamic between the different weapons here.
Yeah, this is the full trifecta here. So the rest of the game is just built based off these building blocks. We wanted to incrementally introduce them to the player, give them the chance to learn them, and then in this next level, this is your big hoorahs when you're putting them all together.
All right.
So I understand you're in workshop too, right?
Yeah. We are, as you can imagine, getting pretty close to the deadline ourselves. We just got through a week of review, so that was pretty fun. I had a lot of different insights from the professors there.
Oh, definitely. And those reviews are so important. I mean, there's like, I could go on and on about the changes that we made just because.
Yeah, I was gonna say my team had to do a bit of a pivot about 2 weeks ago to reduce our scope a little bit, make sure
Yeah.
everything comes out good. So trying to maximize the quality, but you
Tiny,
know,
we're back.
not
Found
sacrifice
her.
too much.
Ship.
This was
still
definitely one of those
broken.
games where we
Go
started with
find
a low scope,
Goopy.
and I would always recommend that to workshop teams just because you really never know what's going to happen. It's so much more chaotic in that environment than in the industry. So
Yeah.
going in, start with a low scope, get something simple down, and you can expand it later. Yeah.
Did you guys have
You
this
know where he
proposal
went?
already up
Steiny
for
thinks
the
he
first
went.
semester, or was this something that just kind of came together during the second semester after teams? Some of them dropped, some of them merged together.
No, we had this all for the first semester, and we had some teammates also come in the second semester. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mushrooms.
I
That
say,
way.
yeah, this looks like
Follow
very
route.
polished and very well done.
Thank
So
you.
Thanks. Steiny,
I figured that
you
this
wanna
is definitely
join?
an idea that that lasted the
I don't wanna
semester.
deal with any toxic sports.
Yeah, the team I was on for the first semester already didn't make it through vertical slice. So.
Ooh, and that happens. And that
Yeah,
happens.
it's just a part of the experience.
Toxic what now?
Some meter popped up on my helmet when I went looking for you. Why do you think I went to the cave?
A meter, huh?
Anything else I should?
Anyways, don't let the bear get you.
The what
now?
She never lets us finish speaking.
Nope. Yeah, we really wanted to go in depth with the personalities of these characters. So you're kind of the more androgynous, simple, like you don't really take too many stances on much because we wanted the player to be able to
Tiny
embody
says,
them.
look out for bubbles.
Tiny, as you know, is the very
Yeah.
simple-minded. Steiny is
Yeah,
sort of the mom of
something
the
to do with
group.
my
She's
keytar.
very responsible. She's ENTP on the MBTI personality.
Ah, okay.
So she's
I think
pretty
I'm getting the
mean,
hang
pretty
of this.
strict, but secretly she's the one that's caring and looking after the whole group. Ooh.
Ooh,
okay.
Okay.
That wasn't
So
too
those
bad.
bubbles will refresh your
Now
double
to
jump.
scale
Yeah.
this wall.
She said something to do with her guitarist.
Welcome
Oh,
to the
okay.
forest.
Now
Let us know
this
when you
area
find
looks
Ruby.
awesome.
Okay, no, be careful about those spores. You want to take this one?
So, there is an enemy I have neglected to mention.
Oh.
You may have heard an allusion to a certain bear.
Yeah.
Now, standing near these shrooms will not hurt you per se, but it will spawn perhaps the
These
most
look new.
dangerous enemy in the game. You'll see a meter pop up on the left, and if it reaches a certain threshold, you will spawn the dreaded psilocybin.
Oh, so I've got to do it.
You can fight
Oh.
it, but
you will not
it's
win.
not recommended.
Get me out of here! Oh! Oh my God.
For those playing on
Boy.
Steam, there is an achievement for defeating the psilocybin, but best course of action is naturally to run away.
How many
Oh,
achievements
no.
we got? 20, 30 achievements?
I would have to ask Liam. I had lost count after 20.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait. No. Okay. You know what? I'm taking him down range.
They can bully you a bit if you let them up close. But
Oh my goodness. Oh no, my HP's down to half too.
Oh, can't break that one.
Oh.
You're gonna be heading to the left there.
Oh no. Okay. Let's do one of these.
good usage of abilities.
There you go.
Great job.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Another bear!
There's no way. There's no way. Oh wait, no. I swapped to the wrong one.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
Oh no.
No.
It's okay. You've got to dodge.
Oh.
Also you can't. You cannot stun the psilocybin.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Oh my
psilocybin,
goodness.
we just wanted it to be this unstoppable six-leg psycho bear that just causes the player. It's like more of an environmental hazard than the enemy. Kind of like
You guys there?
Yeah.
You might also notice
Yeah,
a
we're
handful
here.
of Easter eggs in this
Find
level.
Goopy?
Not yet,
And
buddy.
we also have allusions to other games from
It's
our
okay,
class.
big man.
Those
Oh.
being,
Here, have some of
Real
my
Run
chocolate.
and Quest.
Tiny.
Shout out to those.
Shout out to them.
Also on Steam.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are definitely some games that I recognize the name of.
We have a new enemy type named the Shroombo.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
These are ranged enemies who will waddle around, and if you let them stay too far away, they will fire a projectile at you, and that will raise your hallucinogen meter.
I wonder if Gokay
Oh,
came through
no.
this way.
So with this enemy, we had a really cool opportunity because we got to make a slightly weaker enemy, but it would enable some of the other features like the psilocybin.
I was gonna say, yeah, he summons Big Bad. I don't think he needs to do too much, to be honest.
So this is another one of our more challenging platforming segments. Good luck.
What the?
Okay.
What's this plant doing here?
Okay, so
Better
you're gonna have to
question
snipe
is,
him.
Who put it here?
Oh.
Jeez. This world
Oh,
keeps getting stranger
okay.
by the
we're
minute.
back. We're back. Okay. So probably something like that, and then.
Okay, you're gonna want to switch the mic here.
Oh no! I didn't go. Oh.
That one, that's like probably the toughest jump of the game.
I was gonna say, dang it! I think that's unfortunately getting close to time here.
Yeah.
So-
We still got 2 more levels left, so any viewers watching, I highly encourage you, go check the game out on Steam. We still have a boss fight and one more really cool level where the player is
High as a kite.
totally high and they're just in this space realm. It's cool.
I was gonna say it looked awesome so far. I'm sad I couldn't get to the end of the first level, but I do want to just showcase the Steam page a little bit more before we sign off for the night. Because, wow, that game was incredible. I was going to say, to think that was all done in workshop is crazy. I'm hoping that my game is just as fun.
I'm sure it will be. The workshop is a great experience. You know, I highly encourage everyone to put everything they can in that class. It's one of those things where you put out everything that you get in. So.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, thank you guys both so much for coming on. Is there anybody you want to shout out? Anything else you want to say? You know, we want to give you a little bit of time. We do have a couple minutes, but
well, thanks for having us.
It's always been a pleasure. So, if I had to shout out anyone, of course, everybody on Glass Record Studios. You all have made this game just an absolute blast to work on and an even bigger blast to play. So,
yeah, I think
full agree.
Things can be, you know, pretty shaky when you're taking on a new team, but I'm really happy to say that every single person on Glass Record was just such an honor to work with, and I hope to be back here in the future to showcase what I'm working on at FIEA as well.
Absolutely, we will definitely keep in touch. Thank you guys for coming on. Had a lot of fun.
Thank you. I had fun.
So we're gonna cut and be right back. You know, get Colby back in here, and yeah, we'll see you guys in a minute.
And we're back. I'm so glad we did that. How was Rockstars? I was watching you play. You looked like you had a lot of fun.
Absolutely. The movement and the platforming was really fun. I just sucked at the combat.
Yeah, Bryan, I saw that.
I could not get that rhythm.
You know how they get on me in chat? I was about to get on chat and just be like, Bryan, yo, if you're so mad, like if you don't win, I'm gonna unfollow the game live page.
All I'm saying is that I only died once. All right, you know, only once.
Only once.
Only once.
You look like you were struggling a little bit, but
nah, no such thing. Honestly, I could have taken on the bear, but you know, I was just you know, being attentive of the time we had left. You know,
yeah, we only have about 6 minutes left, and in that last 6 minutes, we do want to talk about getting on the stream. Do you want to say a few words about that?
Yeah. We would love to have some more submissions if you guys aren't comfortable.
We're having a lot of
fun. Yeah, we are. We absolutely are.
We are, and the people that have came so far after they leave the booth are like, "Oh, that embarrassing." You heard that? No, I'm just playing.
Nope.
Oh, I don't know. Anyways. We're having a lot of fun, and it's so much fun to have you guys come on, even if you don't want to come onto the stream, and if you want to sit in the booth, maybe answer some questions, or, you know, have a few things that you want to talk about that you just send over to us. All you have to do is go to our, was it Linktree?
Yeah, we have a Linktree.
We have a Linktree and a Google form. Please fill out the form. Don't hesitate, because it's a great way to just get some publicity for your game and just, you know, get more people to know who you are and spotlight. It's awesome. We have a spotlight on us right now.
Yeah, this is true.
The ring light is like blinding my eyes.
Yeah, if you guys don't want to come on personally, if you're camera shy, feel free to just shoot us your project and, maybe a README if you want some
README.
shout outs or special directions for what to do,
Yeah.
You don't have to come on, but I mean, obviously, we would
We
love
would
to
love
have you
to
guys
have
here.
you back on, or on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but the previous guests, if they do have, and if any of you guys are watching, we would love to have you guys back on if you have any new work to showcase. And speaking of new work and showcasing, next week is supposed to be a really fun stream.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be art time.
Art.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have
Professor Morrison.
Professor Morrison.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping Professor Hunter will get on the stream because I would love that. Please, Professor Hunter, get on the stream and talk with Bryan and I.
I think he's got a favorite.
Yo, I don't know what you're talking about. But with that said, I think this was a great stream. We had a lot of fun. It was so fun to have all of you guys watching us and all of our guests come out showcasing all the work. Regradable. I'm forgetting.
Wow. You're a hater.
I'm not hating.
Glass Record Studios?
Glass Record Studios, Rockstars, and hold on, I'm cheating.
Yeah, Rockstars by Glass Record Studios.
No,
we
no.
had Erica on.
And Erica.
Yeah, our graduate.
Okay, sorry, Erica. But it
Fake fan.
No, I'm real. But anyways, with that said, you ready, Ryan? I think it's about time. It's game over. All right, we will see you guys next week.
Have a great night.